Hey everybody and welcome back to my channel, and I apologise now for the state that I'm in. I'm really ill at the moment. The evening I'm filming this, I am just starting to feel a tiny bit better. I've got my toilet roll on the go in case my nose just starts like waterfalling again. Yeah, apologies for that and how I sound. But aside from that, as you can see in the title of this video, I am going to be talking about my new-ish running shoes. If you watched one of my videos a couple of months ago, or a few months ago now, I can't remember when it was, I got some new running shoes as a Christmas present from my boyfriend Sam. I can hand on heart say that they have changed my running life, like seriously. I have them here for those who didn't watch the video. I'll link it down below if you want, but these are my running shoes, my newer ones. In the end I went for the Cloudsurfers, which are designed for long distance road running. So I do half marathons and marathons occasionally. I really wanted to make an update video on how I'm enjoying them and sort of just an honest review from a runner of what they're really like. None of this is going to be super technical, it is just from my personal experience. This is what they look like. They're actually not too dirty at the moment because I've been running through some wet fields and that sort of unintentionally cleans them. But yeah, they are funky design underneath, as you can see, but I talk more about that in my first video about them. First of all, I just have to say I am absolutely in love with them. They have changed everything for me. I didn't realise it was going to be that much of a change, but honestly my old ones were falling to pieces and I hadn't realised until I got these new ones. Initially just want to say I'm absolutely in love with them. Yeah, I'll first of all go through the positives and then I'll go through the negatives that I found with them. On the positive side, I found that they've truly just changed the game for me. A long-term goal of mine has been to get a sub 2 half marathon, and I reached that in these shoes. I would put a lot of it down to the shoes just because my old shoes gave me so much pain in my shins and my ankles and my knees. I got a lot of leg pain from my old shoes because there was just no support left in them. But definitely with these shoes, like, I certainly don't have as much pain as I did in my old ones. I don't want to say I don't have any pain because I still get like the odd blister and I still get like knee pain and stuff. I need my knee supports, but that's just because my knees are effed up anyway. That's not even because of the running. I've just always had bad knees, and I just find that they support my feet so well. I can get into a rhythm a lot easier. They just offer so much support because with the design, with the bottom design, this is what I really liked about them initially when I first tried them on. They sort of like squish down like that. The design of it is meant to be as if you're running on clouds, hence the name On Cloud. But seriously, like, it's not just the name, it really does work and I can feel it. Like, these support your feet so much. They give that extra bounce, I think. It takes some of that pressure off my knees because road running, running hard on tarmac, it's so hard on your joints. But these make it less so, I feel. Another positive to add to the list, I've tried these in trail races and trail runs too, and they were fantastic. Not sure if you can see very well, but on the bottom they are already like wearing down quite a bit, just because I do so many miles in them and it is very hard. They are designed for a more narrow foot, and my feet are very narrow. I wouldn't recommend these to someone who has quite wide feet because they are naturally quite narrow shoes, but I think that's why I get on so well with them. Another positive is how comfortable they are. I wasn't sure about the comfort because I also tried on some Brooks Ghosts and they were ever so slightly more comfortable than these, but I went for these instead as a bit of a risk. Honestly, they're so comfortable. To begin with, I had a little bit of rubbing from this side of the tongue, and it did sort of like cut into my foot a little bit. I had a bit of bleeding, but it's just like it is with any sort of shoe, I suppose. You get a bit of rubbing at the start, but now they are pretty moulded to my feet. There's a lot of like squishy padding in there. I just find them really comfortable. Another positive thing that I find, that was what bowled me over to begin with, is how light they are. They are so lightweight. I'm not sure of the exact weight of them actually. I'll put it on the screen if I can find it online. I'm just a massive fan of that in general because I don't like carrying a lot of heavy stuff on me whilst I'm running. I'm definitely very minimal with my running. So yeah, these are just super lightweight, which helps as well because that's how you're going to get faster and break those records as well, because there's just less weight on you. For durability, I'm finding that they're lasting pretty well. like I said in my other video, I can't really say like loads on that at the moment because I haven't had them for a long time. I've only had them for a few months. Not sure of the mileage really that I've done in them, but for an example, last week I ran 34 miles in total over the whole week. So the mileage varies every week really, so I can't give like an exact figure, but I'm finding that they're lasting quite well. They have worn away a little bit on the bottoms like I showed you, but I mean, it is hard road running that I'm doing. I think that they're lasting pretty well as far as I can tell. Maybe not as long as other shoes, just off of what I've heard and what I've seen on reviews and stuff, I've heard that they don't really last super long, but I guess that really does vary for different people. Yeah, as you can see, I really like them, but I do have to mention some negatives about them that I found. Number one being the design of the sole is that stones and stuff gets easily stuck in these grooves, and as you can see I do have a stone there. You do actually end up getting quite a few pebbles and stones and stuff stuck in them. For trail running and stuff, that is definitely an aspect. A little bit irritating when you're running and you can feel you've picked something up and you have to, I sort of scuff my foot along the floor. Maybe that's why they're sort of worn away a little bit, because I scuff my feet to get the rocks out. It's not super bad, just something that with the design of them I found can be a little bit irritating sometimes. Another little negative thing is the laces. They're a really slippery material. This is literally like such a nitpicky thing. You definitely have to double tie them, because I only tied them once a while ago and they started coming undone whilst I was running. So every single time now I have to double tie them. It's very slippery and they do come undone quite easily if you don't double tie them. The last slight little negative thing that I found about them, like I said earlier, they did take a little while to become more comfortable on my feet. I definitely had some bleeding on the top of my foot because they dug in quite a lot to begin with. Oh, I hate being ill. The comfort aspect definitely isn't as much so as with something like the Brooks Ghosts, like I talked about earlier. I found these were like just under them with the comfort level, and I did find these hard to break in, definitely, but it didn't take long really. It wasn't that bad, and that's only a tiny negative thing. And yeah, if I'm completely honest, they're the only negative things I can talk about with them. To me, honestly, it's nothing but positivity. I really wish I was sponsored by them. Like, that would be so cool. Definitely not paying me to say anything good about them. I just genuinely have had such a positive experience from them. So yeah, that is a very genuine and honest review of the On Cloud Cloudsurfers. I hope this helped you in some way if you are looking at buying a new pair of running shoes. If you've heard about On Clouds, yeah, you're just after a new pair of running shoes. And like I said, I'll link my first video about them down below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. It really means a lot. And yeah, just have a lovely week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everybody.